Let me tell you something that I have realized since being in a good relationship, and this might be being in a relationship with a woman. You tell me. Do you remember last Valentine's Day where I told you that my girlfriend, we were brand new dating. We were like a month into dating or so, 2 months.
You were still in the honeymoon period.
Yeah, 2 months in, exactly 2 months. And I told you that she had said something along the lines of like, no, I'm not really big into Valentine's Day because like I want like every day, it not just to be for a special occasion. I remember I remember we talked about this and I was like, that is a bullshit. And like, I need some Valentine's Day, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Well, a year later, I'm like, nah, I don't really care about Valentine's Day because every day is Valentine's because it really is like that.
Off.
I know. I'm so annoyed. I think this
asshole.
might be lesbians. I think because like I got
That is a bunch of bullshit. I don't even believe
book,
you.
like all the things that you'd want for Valentine's Day. I got like, with our year, like all that beautiful thing. And I get the handwritten cards and I get like the little art projects. I'm like, that it's so sad. And I realized how deprived I was in the past for that every day. Kind of like I needed it on Valentine's Day because I wasn't getting it the other 364 days of the year. So it was like, okay, now's your chance kind of thing.
Yeah.
And even then, they weren't very good.
That's
now,
for sure.
right?
I remember your worst one ever, which I won't be too specific because I don't want to give it away, but like, it was horrific. You had wanted to do like a little bit of like a fun artsy thing together as like we're gonna do this fun
I was thinking
activity.
it might be this. Yes. Yeah.
And it was hellacious.
Yeah. Right.
Whatever the opposite of Valentine's Day is, that's what you had every fucking day.
Yeah. So that's funny. And now I get that. And
I'm so happy for you, but but that's annoyed.
And I'm like, oh shit, I got to think of something because I have nothing planned.
Oh my God, you're like the man in this relationship.
100%. I'm gonna be buying flowers on the side of the road on 5 o'clock on the 14th.
Now you know why they jack up the prices.
Yeah.
Wait, but what are you going to do?
No, but like I am now just remembering and I'm like, oh, thank God. And months ago, I booked us a night at the Natural History Museum.
Oh, yes.
That, shout out to our listener, Shannon. Hey, Shannon. She reached out to me and she was like, hey, this fun event is happening for Valentine's Day. It's a
Museum After Dark.
Museum After Dark, 21 and over. And it's all of the
21 and over.
hilarious and odd and whatever else mating rituals of animals, and it's going to be a very fun
it's going to be like nerds
animal king
getting horny.
Yes, this is where horny nerds are going.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Hello, those are my people.
Okay, so you booked that.
Yeah, so I booked that.
You still got to get her a card or something.
I know. I'm gonna and hand written is like the bar here. So I got
to do like calligraphy or something.
Yeah, or like come up, like make a pop-up book in like 48 hours.
Do you like spray it with your perfume or something, or what do lesbians put on there?
Well, I haven't, but I will. What a good idea! I'm not good at this kind of stuff. I really am like the man. There's a lot of stuff where I have to remind myself that, because when I was with a dude, I would just like match their energy, and it was just like, yeah, we're buds.
Well, and the bar is low.
And I always felt like I got a bro. Like we should have high-fived and like done like a dab instead of like fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So now you're with a lady.
Yeah.
And you need to bring
the nurture, bring the romance.
Dummy.
Yeah. I know. Right. God, I'm going to so I'm going to bring the romance. I'm going to do it. I have absolutely zero planned, but I'm going to come up with it. If you got any ideas, please let me. She's probably listening and she's like, what the hell? But every day. Yeah. I'm like, what do you guys got? No, I'm kidding. Yes.
Well, regardless of the fact that we do not have a romantic love, I love you.
Oh my God, I love you.
And I believe
my
Valentine's
longest relationship.
Is about all kinds of love.
One of my longest relationships.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Valentine's Day is about all kinds of love. I think it's important to recognize I think we should have we should have more days where we just recognize things. It should be like themes of the month, you know?
I love that idea.
That actually is a great idea. I think that should be like this month, because when I was at camp, which still go to camp, you know,
Yeah,
at camp, yeah, last week, right? At camp, we have a word of the day, like a date, like it's community or connection or love or whatever, you know, and we do little, and the kids in the morning, do little skits about it, and they like change the songs to make it fit the theme and everything. And imagine what the world would be like if we all said, okay, this month we're going to focus on love or acceptance. And then you just had that with, you know, it's like wishful thinking.
I was just going to say,
I
there
know,
she is, the optimist I know and love.
I know. But I also
Seriously,
I know.
It's so funny though, because like before we started, we hit some low lows, not in our relationship, but just like commiserating about the world and stuff.
Yeah.
And there was this sense of despair and melancholy and hopelessness. And then 2 minutes later, she's like, you know what, everybody, I think all we need is a theme.
Literally all we need is love. Like I love conquers all. This is like, I see how, this is why I'm a therapist. This is why you want me as a therapist. Like I read in, I don't know where this was. I want to say it was in Psychology Today, because I joined that. Now I get a magazine. And there was a study that was done on a group of, like a tribal community that had been very sheltered and kept away from outside influence.
Love the uncontacted
right?
peoples.
Exactly, like that. So they were looking at, these are researchers who were looking at lower rates of anxiety and depression in children and teens, because that's something that's so prevalent right now. So they found that in this one specific community, there were very low, if not like it was like non-existent, like that just wasn't reported, and when they tested them for it, not seen. And so they looked at what are these people doing that is different than everybody else, and what they practiced was something, and there was a cute name for it, I can't remember what it was called, but essentially at the end of the day, the kids dump out all of their fears and all of their worries and all of their emotions, everything that they felt like they were carrying, like they were scared of, or anything that was running through their mind that day. Just dumped it all out. And as they did, the parents were neutral, like didn't respond, didn't even offer like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Just let them say it, and then provided some sort of like, maybe a hug after, acknowledgement afterwards. It wasn't even like that was bad or I can't believe your day was so bad. It was just like, all right, we got it all out. That's why you get so frustrated when people want to give you solutions.
I sure do get frustrated.
Hate that.
I'm like, I'm not a moron.
I know that, right? Don't you think I know?
I know the answers. I'm just choosing not to do them.
You're right. I don't want to.
That sounds hard.
Yeah. I'm going to sit here in my misery. Yeah. Until somebody lets me, until somebody does say, yeah, that is really hard. And that this does suck.
Yeah.
And you go,
I see you. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Now I'll go do the hard thing. Now I'll go take care of myself.
Okay. But that is why the Candy Club is so great.
It is. Oh, that's exactly what we do there. And
we do.
You know what? We should like toot our own horn. But it's not even, I feel like so many people work very hard to create community or say that's the thing that they want to do but can't do.
Yeah.
And we did that. We created this wonderful community.
We got so lucky with the coolest listeners.
The coolest listeners.
Yeah.
Who then are so good at supporting each other. And I think they do that thing. Sometimes we feel like, oh, I can't share what's going on in my life because other people have things going on in theirs. Well, guess what? We love putting ours on the shelf for a bit to help you with yours. And I've seen that for 10 plus years in this Candy Club.
Nice.
So many things, marriages, divorces, losses, like gains, like wonderful moments of success. You know how good it must feel to come on a group like every month and sometimes even every week, and being able to just like celebrate your wins or or even have people to support you in the losses. I don't think we have that as much. We have, without like the kind of, this is so on topic of what was one of the things I wanted to talk about today, the difference between friendship and community. And an article I read on why it's so hard for people sometimes to participate in community action, because there's this incorrect idea that it's going to take the same emotional requirements or emotional energy that friendship does. And that's not true.
Yeah, that would be very hard.
Could you imagine? But I think people expect that or think that.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you're right about that.
I have some things written down here about the difference between friendship and community. You want to hear?
Yeah.
Okay. What if you said no? What if you're like, let's move on? I mean, you could say no. Maybe you're going to like, drop a hot ad right now. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's take a break and talk about something that's freaking great. And that is Wayfair.
Yes.
I love their stuff. I'm using it a million times a day because we are renovating our cottage.
Ah, yes.
They have everything, furniture, housewares.
Every single thing. I hate to admit this, but I have been waiting too long, longer than I admit, to like, I want to be one of those adults that has multiple sets of like sheets and duvet covers and all that.
That would
but
be
I
nice.
have like 2 that I've been working with,
Yeah.
and it's the same color, so it's not even like a big change up. So it doesn't make me feel like, I really have my shit together.
lady.
Right.
Yeah.
I want like the full change, the seasonal swap out and refresh, Just like do that. So I treated myself to a new duvet cover. I am so excited. It's so cute. And I also did a thing that I feel like takes the house from just like regular to luxury. I got new throw pillow inserts that are all down.
It does put a little pep in your step.
Oh, to come home, like your home is your nest. It's crazy out there in the world. So I got to make my home exactly how I
cozy.
want it and
Yeah.
cozy. But I also don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on stuff.
We're on a
And I
budget.
have in my office, I have one piece of furniture that I spent a bunch of money on. And then I have 2 other pieces that look exactly the same that are from Wayfair, and you couldn't tell the difference.
See, that's the thing. They have everything, and that's the beauty of it. Is it's affordable.
Yes.
You can get just what fits into your budget. It's like one-stop shop, everything for your house. Like I said, we're renovating the cottage. We're getting because we have to furnish it. It's one of those dealies, so we have to buy everything.
Oh yeah.
And they
That's
have
a lot.
everything, so we're in luck. You can get organized, refreshed, and back on track this new year for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair, every style, every home.
So here's the role of friendship. Friendship is like they provide the emotional support. So friendship is going to be like your safe place to process heavy emotions. They offer validation, encouragement, and perspective during times of burnout or frustration or anything you're going through. And they help you remember your purpose and sustain your motivation, usually because they've been around for a while, so they know what your goals are. They know they have a little more like perspective on and deeper understanding of who you are, your purpose, and community. Shared goals, values, or identity that pushes work forward. And a place where you can contribute and collaborate without needing deep emotional intimacy with every single person. And community is going to create momentum, structure, and a sense of belonging. It's
Right.
almost
That's why a
like,
church is like that. Because you have an agreement about,
we need more of those.
Yeah.
We need more places where everybody has an agreement about a philosophical, like,
worldview.
Yeah. That then
The problem, though, is then it can become tribal and it can become, us versus them, which is what happens with political groups.
Yeah, which is what I feel like is happening with white women in yoga.
Why? What goes on in there?
I just feel like
Who are they against?
I feel like somebody's going to come after us if I say the name of the yoga place. Like they're like that.
So they're like, we are all together. It's like a cult?
It feels culty. It feels like more like I don't even know. In the same way, a lot of those MLMs have a certain vibe of kind of
hey girl,
like that.
Hey, but then it's like, fuck you.
Yeah. Certain people are allowed in our yoga studio and certain people are not.
Jesus.
And that's it. It maybe didn't start that way, but it is where a lot of people get talked into getting a teaching certification. Yes. I myself am one of them.
The old upsell, right?
The old upsell. Where wouldn't you oh my God, when I say it out loud, I'm like, holy shit, I've never heard about this, but I think this is an MLM situation or something like that. This is a fucking scam. So they really sell you on the get teacher training, but in order to do the teacher training, it's 200 hours of yoga that you have to do. So you're paying $2,000 to do the teacher training. And then you have to do, in order to get that certification, you have to do 200 hours of yoga classes in the same way I have to do hours for my therapy license. Well, let's put that on the shelf for now and talk about something that you briefly hinted at in our last episode. And that is the article that you and I both read in the Atlantic, that we should
about
all be
our
very
lack of attentions.
Yes, we should all be pretty afraid or have some worries about what the information in this article shows. So this was a discussion on, or this was about film students and film students' participation in class and how that's changed and how film professors are having a very difficult time maintaining the attention span of the students, even when he's given them the specific instructions. That's like, you have to watch the end of this movie. You have to watch at least this part. That almost like nicotine addicts going through withdrawals, they cannot stick to the just watching one screen, especially things that go really, really slow. And not only that, but when there was assigned films to watch, when they had assigned films to watch, only 50% even streamed it, because they can see like all the streaming services that they use online, and only 25% made it to the end.
Well, and they made it clear in the article that, it's been well documented that this has been true for students with reading, that they have trouble getting through the books, and it's laborious for them to try to focus on a text. But this was a look at something that people thought would have been easier, which is to watch a film, particularly for people who signed up to make films as a career.
Insane. Right.
Like
not even film students.
And it was saying that back in the day, not even that long ago, like 10 or 20 years ago, people that signed up to learn filmmaking were cinephiles. They knew all the films, they knew the directors and all of the stuff. And now
anyone who had to date during the 2000s has had to put up with the man who was like going through the list of Tarantino films and what inspired them, and you know how many times I had to hear that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
About Tarantino?
Like, Reservoir Dogs this, and
The Usual
Pulp
Suspects.
Fiction that. Yeah, it's all, oh my God.
Yeah, now they don't know the movies, and when they are asked, they often say Disney movies.
Well, those are the only movies that they had in common, that they haven't, there wasn't a movie that everyone in the class had seen. There was no like shared reference point for them to be able to have a discussion about film, because even the people who chose to be film students had the only overlap they all had were fucking Disney movies they saw. What?
And that he used to start the course by saying, "What's a movie you've seen recently?" And none of them can think of one. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I guess it's because they're just scrolling, baby.
Yeah.
They're just watching clips, little TikTokies, little TikTokers.
Do you think that this is the evolution of media or the art form, and that we
It has
need
to
to
be,
kind
whether
of
we like it or not.
right, and that maybe we need to be, I don't know, in the same way films that were made, like The Matrix and Citizen Kane, are very different in pace and everything. That this is like a natural evolution of the art form.
Well, just as an aside, to be fair, movies are too fucking long now. We watch things in bite-sized chunks, and now they're making movies that are fucking 3 hours long. I gotta pee.
Right.
I got the attention, but I don't have the bladder.
Why do you think that is? There's got to be a reason. It always
I think
comes
the
back to
directors are bloated, ego, white dudes who think every thought they have needs to be included.
Well, this used to be, my mom would always, and my mom, I mean, she was a wardrobe stylist in the film industry. We grew up in the film industry. Like, she knew what these guys were like. And she would always say, always be, like, suspicious or question a movie where the writer, director, and editor, or, like, writer, director, and maybe producer, something like that, are all the same dude. Like, if they have multiple credits, that movie is going to be way longer than it should be because that guy's not cutting any of his own stuff. So you need different people to do each of those roles. And I think you might be right that this is the controlling all those different levels and yeah, the egos of the head guys who get to do this, and then they keep everything, and it's like, who's cutting the Star Wars films? Like, gee, fucking A.
Maybe if they made them an hour and a half, the students would have more stamina, too, because it's both problems combined.
Yeah,
it's
a good
it's
90-minute flick. I loved those.
I love it.
I love a 90
any day.
Yes. I feel like there are so many amazing films that are in. Why do they do
it's
that?
Like if you can do it.
You know how when we put this together with the challenge on streaming services, how they added this new like behind the scenes or these extended cuts that really
stay
just
tuned
create
afterwards for a last word from the eliminated boop boop boop.
And we're like, why are they doing that? There's got to be a reason. We noticed that with that additional 4 minutes or whatever it is, 2 minutes even, there's another commercial.
Yeah, cereal ad.
There's another ad. So that, I wonder what it is that you could either sell things for more or however those trades go down, more or less, or I don't know.
Get an editor.
That allow it to be 4 commercial breaks instead of 3.
I mean, I feel the same way about the Brothers Karamazov too. I mean, this isn't like just
what? Who's that?
Like old time. I'm saying like Russian, Dostoevsky or whoever.
Okay,
they are bloated too. Like
yes, I totally agree. Yes.
So this isn't a new problem. I think it's a dude problem.
It's a dude problem.
Maybe.
Yeah,
but the attention thing is real. I do agree, and we should focus on that point.
And I was watching. I think it was. I'm probably going to get the name wrong. It's Matt Damon or some. He looked like a man guy. He was talking about how like the plot has to be, there's action in the first 10. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Got it. In the first 10 minutes, there's going to be a lot of action to get people hooked. And then they're going to tell you the plot. Each character's going to tell you the plot like 3 times over and over. We're robbing a bank. Oh, I don't know how we're going to do this when we have to rob a bank. Oh, man, it's going to be so hard for us to rob the bank tomorrow. And because we're looking at our phones the whole time, we need to be reminded of what the plot is.
Mm-hmm.
We're not watching TV to actually watch TV. We're watching it to continuously stimulate, almost like a fidget toy as we use our smaller screen.
You know what I like to do on a small screen or, frankly, a big screen, any screen, and that is take a good look-see at my money, and that's what I do using Rocket Money because it's the BEST.
It is so amazing, and it feels so empowering to know about your finances and have the ability to cancel unwanted subscriptions. You can, like, you definitely have ones you don't know about. I thought I was the one who did. I was like, no, I definitely don't have that. And then Rocket Money found one that I don't even think I signed up for. It was one of those, like
a
protect your identity thing only once a year, but I would have never noticed it. And I was like, hey, they're taking $56 from you every year.
It's a lot. And I was just talking to someone about this, and I was saying, like, I don't know how to get it through to people that, like, because I get it. Like, you know, you think, oh, they don't mean it. They're just a sponsor, blah, blah, blah. I am obsessed with Rocket Money, and they will call your insurance company or your cable provider or whatever and negotiate a lower rate on your behalf. Yeah. You don't even have to do it. Do you know how much time that takes?
Yeah. And energy.
Yeah.
And if you're a people pleaser, you're not good at doing those things.
I'm not. And they always are like, okay, well, while I have you on the phone, and like, I don't want any of that. I just want you to save me money. But they will do it for you, and it's incredible. So let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join at rocketmoney.com/braincandy. That's rocketmoney.com/braincandy. Rocketmoney.com/braincandy. It's a free app. Just download it. Use our URL. It helps us so much. It's personal finance app, super easy. They do everything. I would marry them if I could. You will love it.
On the subject of education, I want you to, because you were like in academia and you were a professor, right?
Well, I was an instructor.
We'll call that instructor. Same diff. You had to like deal with grading and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. You had to teach classes. Can you explain to me why we're still grading on a curve? And why we need to do that, and if that is actually important, because I think we should get rid of that, and that's dumb. Are people going to be mad at me for saying that?
I know why you're asking, because in that article,
everybody has a fucking A.
It said that in that article, it said that more than 50% of the students couldn't answer correctly the end of the film, even though he specifically said you have to watch the last scene to understand the film.
Yes.
And so then he said so many of them miss it that he has to grade on a sliding scale. You know, he has to do the curve thing. Yes. And otherwise everyone will fail. Because, I mean, at a certain point, the metric isn't about like what the professor thinks they ought to know. It's about like what's realistic for them to learn.
Oh,
I'm not
really?
I'm not saying I love that.
I get what you're saying. But I didn't look at it like that before.
Although there's a separate problem though, like at Harvard or whatever, where it's assumed you're getting an A. And so that is skewed. And so if you get a B, it's basically like getting a D. You know what I mean?
So they graded on the curve to almost like
everyone all the time, no matter what. Like if you just show up and take the test, you're probably going to get an A because the people there expected. And
I didn't know they make it that easy. I thought it's expected because they're just smart.
It's because they're like, they're going to be wealthy. They, and a lot of them already are. It's all money stuff.
Yeah. Like I remember in my program, they were it's a whole group of like overachievers and people pleasers who are working way too hard and really need to get that A++. I remember my mom used to say that to me when I was little. This is an A++. And then I was like, oh shit, that's the bar now. I'm going for an A, and I would get like an A, and I'm like, it's not enough, like that. So
this is going to sound like a metaphor that doesn't, or an analogy that's like stupid, but it's sort of like airport lounges. It used to be that like almost nobody could get into an airport lounge.
Yeah.
But then these credit cards combined with the lounges and the airlines, and then it became like if you had this credit card, but then like more and more of the credit cards started doing it. Well, now everyone pretty much can get into a lounge sometimes. And now that's not special. So now there's special lounges for the really rich people who don't want to be in there with the regular riffraff rich people.
Right.
right? So like everyone's always moving the goalpost, and it's like.
And
the
I'm
same
still over here
phenomenon.
at the Cinnabon.
All right. Well, anyway, you get my point that they're always moving the goalposts, and that's why I think great inflation is a similar phenomenon.
Now,
but what do
now
I know?
I know. Now you got me thinking about the lounges, and then I'm thinking, that expression, it's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. That is not true for
true.
airport lounges.
Not true. That's a taste of honey. A taste of honey is worse than none at all.
That is a saying. Is that true? Embroider that on a fucking pillow, because
Yeah.
man, the good old days when I was married to somebody who traveled and was like double platinum, whatever. Like, oh my God, I was at the lounge of the lounge. Anyways,
What else is on your agenda today?
What else is? Oh, I feel like this is a very brain candy story that we have to talk about. And you may be saying, Sarah, this sounds a lot like a story you talked about in 2022. To which I will say, it's a different one, if you can believe it.
Is it like a pooperintendent?
It is pooperintendent adjacent. You are in the
God.
right area. Are you ready to hear about the 24-year-old French man who showed up at a hospital complaining of severe rectal pain? During the examination, the doctors went in and found an unexploded World War I artillery shell lodged in there.
In his butthole?
Oh, yeah.
What? He put it in there.
It was...
This drives me crazy.
About 8 inches long and just over 3 centimeters wide.
Holy shit, actually.
Wow.
Wait, so he put this unexploded World War whatever artillery shell up his beehole.
And he could have just gone to Antique Roadshow.
Yeah. He had a better use for it.
Yeah.
He didn't want to sell that baby.
Right.
So he puts it in there, and then something goes wrong. It doesn't feel great. He shows up at the doctor's office, and then he's just like, I don't know what the problem is. Like, they weren't going to see it.
Right. I'm sure that every article that I looked at was protecting his identity or didn't say anything about any questions that they may have asked him about how
did
or
this happen?
why or anything like that.
Was he a World War whatever veteran?
He's 24.
Oh.
So not unless you got a time machine.
I thought maybe he was getting nostalgic and it got out of hand.
I would say maybe he watched a lot of documentaries with his grandpa or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
or maybe
his
not
wires
enough.
got crossed.
Because he did not follow the number one rule of rectal insertion, and that's have a flared end.
I didn't even know that was the number one rule.
I mean, I don't know if it is, but I feel like it should be. Maybe number one rule is like lube up. I don't know. But number two should be a flared
so
end.
you can take it out.
Yeah, so it doesn't go all the way in and not, you can't have.
Well, yeah, it's like a tampon. You need something to.
And just like right up there.
Oh my God.
If there's no end on it, you got to have like a stopper.
You know what?
a
I'm
plug.
really glad we're talking about this because I got to tell you, I don't know. I would have thought about it.
Oh,
Because
well,
like, do
this shows
dildos have a flare? I
well,
don't.
the ones that you put in your butt sure as heck do. That's why they call them
They're
a
different?
butt plug.
Okay.
But I think that is also a different thing. But I mean,
I'm
I suppose
sure
you could do
people
anything.
put
But
dildos in their
I'm sure they
butthole.
do too. And I every Valentine's Day, there's always a PSA that some hilarious ER doctor or nurse does, where they're like, "Attention, attention, everyone! No matter how you're enjoying your time,
Yeah.
please do it with the right tools." And I'll tell you
Yeah.
what isn't the right tool: a World War
An
I artillery missile.
Well, thank God it was unexploded. What if it took the opportunity inside there?
So, I mean, imagine what happened, because I don't think that it sounds to me from the way that these articles are written, which, by the way, I heard this story. I saw this on social media or something, and then I remembered it
And you're
as
like,
I was
"Let me
preparing. And then I'm like,
learn
I
more
gotta
about this fella."
make sure that this isn't fake. And, because a lot of things are.
She's just
So
fact checking.
the creative things that I put in that search bar, because all I knew was it's a man, it went in his butt, and it was a missile. So I had to do a lot of combinations of like missiles and butts. I was like, I have my safe search on, but even that, some things get through the filter,
This is a true question that I want to know. Do you think it was just what he had at hand, or
Yes.
do you think he has like a war kink?
It's got to be that. Because why would he? I mean, I'm making a lot of assumptions.
But it is the right
here.
shape.
Is it? I mean, if I'm going to pull up a picture of
Yes,
what,
let's
because this wasn't a
investigate.
you know what? Now that I think of it, I'm sure that the pictures and the images weren't of the actual one.
I hope not. Because I
They
bet
were
you that's
just
real
all-
dirty right now.
Yeah, so I don't need, but if I were to show it to you, anything that's left over from that time is rather
Rusty.
aged. Yes. And
Aged.
if I were reaching for something, it wouldn't be
I
the
hope
thing
you got
that
a
had
tetanus shot while he
calcified
was in there.
edges and like
Oh my
I don't
god!
you know
yeah.
how like when stuff builds up on the outside and it gets like that
Lime
like
scale.
yes, lime scale, whatever. I don't fucking know about missiles. And then I'm thinking, that like battery acid that leaks out of batteries, that corrosive stuff, like
That's got to
kinda
be
felt like-
inside of those
for
It's
sure.
it's gunpowder or something.
something. So I don't think he told them what was going on because the medical staff halted the procedure and alerted the authorities
what
when
I'm
they
saying.
realized what it was.
He didn't tell the truth, and I
He
don't
did
even know
not.
if he told them anything.
He might have just said, "I'm feeling uncomfortable. Please put me under and figure it out." And
How
so
long do you think it was in there?
I think it said it was in there for a few hours, like that he came in reporting of discomfort or something like that. I don't know what his fucking plan
I'll tell you
was.
what. Let's say I did get something stuck up my beehole,
Yeah.
come hell or high water, I am getting that thing out on my
On your
own.
Right. The amount of
matter
bearing
what.
down I would be doing.
I mean, squats for days
Right.
before I am heading on over to the hospital and being like, so
Excuse
good news,
me.
bad news.
Good news, bad news.
The good news is that I'm not dead.
Yeah.
Bad news is you people have to go in there and get an unexploded World War II artillery shell out of my beehole.
Or bad news is we all might be dead if you don't do that.
Right. If you don't have a tender touch,
Right.
this could get even worse.
I'm not dead, but we all may be. Get going. Yes. So bomb
So then-
disposal experts were brought in and firefighters were called in, and then they had to secure the perimeter of the hospital. So do you know what I want you to picture this. This is because he was probably in a
It's
surgical
like bomb
unit,
squad.
and you have to then
This is humiliating.
move everyone
You
to
fucking
evacuate
idiot.
the area, and people are all hooked up to their machines because they just had surgery.
This is terrible.
Terrible.
They should send him out to the field and say, good luck. That's a
Good luck,
Darwin
sir.
Award.
That is, right? So specialists determined that the shell was from World War I and 1918.
Oh, World War One.
Yes.
It sure is 1918.
Right. That's over 100 years old, and you want to put it in your beehole.
It's an antique. Yeah.
So many things about if you put a new one in your butthole,
Yeah.
also
even-
a problem.
Yeah.
But
But if you're going to,
if you're going to, right.
don't
Yeah.
go used. Don't go pre-owned.
Yeah. And the article I read said that he's in the hospital recovering from surgery and likely to be interviewed by the police about the shell, how the shell ended up inside there.
You know who he sounds like a good match for is that French lady who thought Brad Pitt was in love with her.
Yeah.
These two morons need to get together.
Well, I don't know. This guy's young and she's old. How does she have
Well,
any
he
children?
likes old things.
Does he have any? Oh my God! Stop. That is fucking funny.
Thanks,
That's a 10 out of 10 joke. That was good.
Thanks.
That was really good. So yeah, I
Wow.
felt like I can't rob you of that story because it certainly fits
Oh my
our.
God.
We haven't had a butt story,
It does. I don't want to, belabor the point, but I do wonder, like, are people just stupid or like they're so horny that they don't even care.
It might be that. I mean,
That's what scares
so
me.
the 2022 one was also a World War I shell,
I didn't remember that. I blocked
and
it out.
that one was an 88-year-old man. So
That I could forgive. I actually can.
right, because then you think, oh, he's just
He has a connection to it.
reminiscing. He's
Yes.
about the good old days.
Yeah, like he just got caught up in the nostalgia.
Right. Yeah.
The
This other
24-year-old,
guy,
he's just a horny animal.
I just have so
Wow.
many questions.
Yes, me
I'm like-
too, Sarah.
And imagine if you dated him and you just know that is what he's in the news for,
I don't think he has a girlfriend.
or boyfriend.
Or well, I think that's probably more likely, and I don't think he has that either.
Yeah.
If he likes stuff in his butthole,
Right. And I think maybe we need to be, I don't know, more accepting
You're
of
so
people so that they
No,
don't
we
end up
don't.
not of that, of
Oh.
maybe alternative lifestyles so that they don't end up doing wild things like sticking World War II shells into their rectum.
I think it's generous of you to assume that it was shame that led to this.
Well, yeah.
Because I don't think it was. I think it's something ain't right.
Oh, man.
Sarah, you're
men
so
okay?
nice.
I'm just like, what are you guys doing? Why do you want to do that? Because, like,
Why do you want
I don't,
to? Me neither.
you don't hear of women who have, like, died because it's never a woman, is it? Do we have any? Unless it was
I've
certain by
never
a
heard
man,
of
in which
one.
case.
But let me tell you, if you've ever been down that road of letting that happen to you, I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine wanting to voluntarily,
right.
for nobody else's
Right.
pleasure,
Right.
stick that big of a thing right up there.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
No.
No,
I'm good.
I'm good too.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what else is good,
Yeah.
and that is frickin' Thrive Cosmetics.
Oh my gosh.
I can't tell you how excited I am because I wasn't sure if we'd get to partner with them 2026, but we get to.
I'm so glad.
I'm so glad too. I actually was like, no, you don't understand.
Yes.
This
It's my
is my
favorite.
lifeblood. We
I know.
have to.
And I was doing a big makeup clean out, where you just like clean
Yes,
everything.
I love doing that.
A little bit it was because I can be lazy and I don't screw the tops on all the way. And when you change elevation, sometimes accidents
Things happen.
Yeah. So I was doing a little cleanup and I was just thinking about how much I love all of these products and now how every single thing in my makeup bag is turquoise and that pretty color. And that I've really slimmed it down. It's very nice to be able to have the same go-to products that
Yeah.
I can rely on,
Yeah.
that are like I'm doing all those like workouts that I do
Yeah.
in those and I am sweating.
Yeah.
And I not any mascara.
Truly. Yeah, that's
Dripping anywhere.
the thing. That mascara, it's tubing, it's magic, it is for everybody, but it's also, like you said, it ain't coming off.
No.
But weirdly,
Until
yeah,
you want it to come off, in which case it's like, here you
it's
go.
just a tube that pulls off.
Because
Yeah.
I hate rubbing my eyes, and also I'm trying this whole like touch your face less thing
Oh, I
to
wish I
not
could do
pull
that.
at the skin. And, because if you're rubbing, that's like that pulling that,
It's not great.
we don't want to create any extra lines and wrinkles where we don't need to. So a mascara that comes off without me having to wipe or rub really hard, mwah, my favorite.
It's amazing. It is the best mascara I've ever used. They have also the Empower Matte Precision Lipstick Crayon, which I am obsessed with. They have the
I like the
Brilliant
lip
Eye
stains.
Brightener. Oh, yes.
Those are,
And they stay on.
obsessed.
They're amazing. They have a million shades. Every product I've used, I've loved. And for every product purchased, Thrive Cosmetics donates products and funds to help communities thrive. It's affordable, it's incredible, and they help the community amplify your everyday. Go to thrivecosmetics.com/braincandy for an exclusive offer of 20% off your first order. That's Thrive Cosmetics, CAUSEMETICS.com/braincandy.
Oh, good. Now we have had a poo story. It hasn't been in a while, but
Yeah, we needed one. It's been a long time, and that's like our whole brand.
Yeah.
People are probably starting to think we'd grown up and matured or something.
We have
And we're
not.
here to say we haven't.
Yep. And I am going to forever giggle when somebody says 69. I don't care what these kids are saying about 6'7". It's not. Now I hear they giggle at that,
That's
and nobody laughs at it. It's like, good. I guess that means that maybe we're moving away from the idea that we should even be doing that. I mean, I don't want to judge anybody
That's
else,
ridiculous.
but good Lord, is that the dumbest sex position ever?
69?
Yeah, I hate it.
Are you crazy?
I think it's
Why
so
would you say
stupid.
that?
Because like, I just feel like
You want to focus on just one thing at a time?
one thing at a time. Because you're not, what it feels like is you know what it feels like? It's like
Yeah, I
watching
do.
a movie while you're looking at your cell phone. Where
This
I'm
is
not,
like the film students.
yes. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention. I'm definitely going to miss the climax. You know what I mean?
No.
I think that I'm right about that.
I'm shocked because
This could be a personal thing. This could be a me thing. Am I alone in this? Am I alone? Like,
I'm shocked that you're saying it because I distinctly remember you saying about your current relationship, one of the things that you really like, and I hope I don't share too much, but you like being able to have that moment together.
yeah. Well, it
At the
doesn't
same
happen
time.
like that.
Why?
Because
You guys have different situations going on?
yeah, and I feel like if in either position, whether I'm laying down or, because that's how we're doing this, right? Somebody's either in
Somebody's
a
on-
full
yeah.
plank position, and I don't know
Oh.
about you, but I cannot.
Wait, why
What
are
are
they in a plank position?
Well, sort of. Somebody's holding themselves like if so, the person on top. What do you just relax, like resting your full body
I'm
weight?
resting, baby.
I'm
Not the full body weight, but like it's more of a sitting than a plank. My legs aren't straight.
If you're okay, you're maybe I just don't fucking understand the mechanics.
My
of
knees
this.
are bent. Yeah, maybe you're doing it wrong.
I very well could not. I'm like gonna have to like get out the dolls that they're like show me like
Right. I'm like tempted to grab my Mr. Rogers.
right. And I'm
stuffed
just
animal
thinking
back
like
here.
we have like that Beducate. I'm like fuck. Maybe I need to watch some Beducate. Like I need to like
Wait,
learn. Like what?
I do want to work through this with you if you'll indulge me.
Okay,
'Cause,
I'm
like,
laying
let's-
down. In every
Oh, you're on the
situation I've
bottom?
ever been, I'm trying to imagine. Then
Okay.
I'm focused. I can't be like thinking about. I'm engaged in their pleasure.
Yeah. Maybe it's easier with a man. You don't have to focus too much. You know what I mean? Like it's pretty easy to make them
But then
happy.
it's not enjoyable for me because no, I don't want to be. When I'm enjoying that, I want to be. I want to be. Oral sex needs to be a one at a time thing. I go, you
Wow,
go.
That is a hot take.
That's a hot take. I'm going to say that. You heard it here. That's a I go, you go, you go, I go. That's a one at a time.
Get out of here. I'm shocked by this.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my parts. Listen,
It's really,
not for
I
everyone.
don't, you do whatever works for you.
As they say, different strokes. For
Yeah,
different
and it's
folks.
nice if you want to focus so much on them and everything. But like, I do think there might be an element of you're doing it wrong.
What's happening?
I
here?
think maybe you need to give it another try.
Okay, I'm gonna try.
Oh, was
but
the last time you did it with a man?
Yeah, and I'm not doing that.
Yeah, maybe
That felt like
was
I wasn't
the problem.
enjoying. That could be. It is.
I don't think your heart was in it.
I would say that is definitely the case. And you know
Okay.
what? I was definitely like, oh, well, I can't do that because I have to like go somewhere in my mind as
You were doing 3 things.
I was actually working real hard. Right. Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, but if it's not for you, that's fine. But maybe just talk about it or try it and report back.
Yeah. this
Because
is
I would love to
hilarious.
know what the verdict is.
Yeah, I
for
feel
you.
like, okay, I might be doing it wrong, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to see. Yeah.
Okay.
If maybe
Wow.
it is. Maybe it's the core workout I need. I just feel like.
It's not a workout.
I don't know.
I'm
In my
telling
mind,
you.
I feel like
Do you
when
really
I've
think
done
I
this
would do
before.
that?
No, I don't actually. You're right.
If
Right.
I like something, there is nothing hard about it.
Yeah, this is a good point.
Yeah.
Because if it is hard, you're going to say that. You're gonna be like, I have to do it, but it's the worst.
Yeah.
And you're not saying that
I
about
try to be
this.
generous. Yeah. Okay. We still have time though for one more. So do you have anything else? If not,
yes,
I can.
Yes, no, I do have something that I wanted to share.
Okay.
So you know how you have talked to us about the
That's so funny.
that moment of awe. I can't remember what it's called that astronauts experience.
Yeah,
It's
the
that-
overview effect.
the overview effect. Overview
Yeah.
effect. Okay, so researchers were looking at, does this just happen in space? Because divers have reported having this. So they looked into this and wanted
It's
to
like
study.
an underview in that case.
And that is what they call it.
Oh my God!
Yes!
That's great. Wow.
They call it. So there's a research laboratory that's underwater, and in most situations, divers don't spend enough time underwater just because of the limitations of diving to be able to feel like you fully get that perspective, or we get little glimpses of it, little tastes of it. I felt it like when I went on my diving trip, and and it's almost like that increased engagement with your surroundings because everything that you're seeing around you,
immersive.
it's
Yeah.
very immersive. But in this unique situation, researchers were staying down there for extended periods of time. I want to say like 3 days or something like that. And because of that, they were in like, it was like
In a
pressurized,
submarine?
built, not in a submarine, but
Oh.
in these like, it's like a research station.
That's
like,
cool.
Kind of what you'd seen in like a movie like Deep Blue Sea or something, where they have
Yeah.
these like, pods at the bottom of the ocean, and people are like walking
So
around
they are
and doing their
breathing
research.
through a tank only.
No, they are breathing regular air. It's pressurized, the whole thing.
okay.
But in the same way, when you're in outer space, you're
Oh, yeah.
breathing.
Same.
It's the same. So they just
Yeah.
took that, and instead of up in space, we're down under the water. But same like
Yes.
3D or like 360-degree view.
So when
70%.
I'm sorry, but-
Oh no, go ahead.
I'm sorry, just trying to understand. Because you know how, let's say you're in space, in the
Yes.
thing with the pressurized air,
Yes.
you're breathing, you don't have a tank, but you're
Right.
floating,
Yeah.
right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, sometimes, unless it's like, I think there are those areas of like the space station where they do. That's why it spins. Like anything that spins around,
Do they walk around?
it creates like artificial gravity.
I didn't know that.
This could just be the science fiction movies I'm seeing, and
No, I think you
I think
sound
that I'm
right.
right. I think that that's what happens. That you create like
They're not just floating around.
no,
all
that
the
they
time.
walk around and they go on those treadmills, right? They like go on treadmills and stuff. Have you seen
This
like
is blowing my mind.
they do that kind of workout?
Same
and things
thing
like that?
under the sea.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
yeah. So they call them aquanauts instead of astronauts, which is very cute and I like. So 70% of the respondents who were part of this reported heightened awe and gratitude. 64% reported that increased engagement with their surroundings because of the challenges posed by living underwater. And they both shared a view that everything is connected and interrelated, and there was
Yeah.
more of a sense of connectedness to the specific marine environment rather than to Earth as a whole.
Wow. It's like being on psychedelics or
Oh, totally.
whatever the micro.
And you
what do
feel
they
like
take?
connected to it, but they said it was more to the underwater world than to the Earth as a whole, which I think is the difference between the
Are you
astronauts
serious?
and that's what the report said. Yeah.
Why? Like, what? They feel connected to the underwater
The marine
world?
environment. That's what it said. Like, does this expand to Earth as a whole? And I wonder if
They're
that's
like, no,
because
we could do without that.
right. And I wonder if that's because of like the people up there aren't in your visual. You know what I mean? They're not. They
Yeah.
don't fit in that. Even though you're seeing with tons of perspective and like a big,
Yeah, it's like
they're
another
not in it.
plane.
Yeah. Yes. I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. But okay. Well, I still got more for you. I just have a few little notes that I jotted down from. I think this article was in the Atlantic or something, and I'm pretty sure you read it. Because why would you miss something like this? And it was on dancing in public spaces and how dancing is disappearing. Did you
No,
read
I
this?
don't think I did. No.
Oh, okay. Then maybe it was in the Atlantic.
Dancing is. I like how
Yes.
you assume that it mustn't have been in the Atlantic.
Yeah,
if
because
I
I'm like,
didn't
no,
read it.
you see everything. Everything that I find interesting in there, you find. We always find the same ones in there.
Dancing
So
is disappearing.
yes, that public dancing is
hate
something
that.
of the past in a way that we are moving away from that. And there are a lot of artists who are noticing this. That at their show, I think they said it was maybe Tyler the Creator or something like that, who called out like nobody dancing and how
They
everybody's
just
holding
have
their phones.
out.
And I
Oh.
and the article talked about how people are afraid of being videotaped and filmed when they are dancing. That one of the best parts about dancing is
Oh,
that
I did
dancing like
see
nobody's
that.
watching.
I did see that headline that
Yes.
people are feeling the pressure of surveillance and
Yes.
that it's inhibiting their joy
Yes, exactly.
and
That
expression.
awareness that we are being videotaped or that somebody
is
might.
a real
Oh.
bummer.
It's a real bummer. And it just made me think about so much that we've already talked about on here. The article also said that today's music is made more for vibing in your car than it even is for dancing. Which is interesting because
Seat
then
dancing only.
yeah, seat dancing.
Wow.
And it was in the Washington Post. That was what it was.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, and then I was thinking about what you said a long time ago about singing and about how there's this idea that you're not allowed to sing unless you are a quote unquote singer, where you're
Yeah.
going to like hit and how if you have a song in your heart, you should just sing it. And how
Yes.
for since the forever, it is like in us in the same way the birds all sing. Like we are supposed to express ourselves with our voice, and it feels so good. And it doesn't matter if you're good or bad. It like collective harmony feels like amazing to our
Yes.
souls, and that there is this message of that I don't know, overt or covert messaging that says if you can't do this well, then you don't have the privilege or shouldn't be allowed to do it at all.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's expanding into other creative art forms where it's like, if you can't draw well, you don't draw. If you can't dance well, you don't dance, because maybe we're seeing the cream of the crop, like in, like
Or people are just
dancing
being
or-
embarrassed more often now, like
Yeah.
because of the cameras and the threat of it being mocked on a bigger scale.
yeah.
I can understand that. Luckily, we've been mocked on the national stage.
Yeah.
For
So I
the-
got,
Our young adulthood. So, like, we now lack that sort of thing that most normal people have that says, I don't want to be embarrassed.
yeah. Now I lean into that. Now I go, well,
That's our
I'm going to be
identity.
embarrassed just showing up in this space as a former reality television star. So I
Every
might
day
as
of
well.
our life is an embarrassment.
Right. So I might as well just
If
dance
I
like
only
no one's
did
watching.
things I was good at,
Oh my gosh. Right.
I'd be real bored.
Yeah. It is an important thing to get over the embarrassment. Like if you can overcome
Why are people
Yourself.
embarrassed?
like
When is the last time you were like embarrassed in the way
okay,
that
that's
a normal
really
person?
good question. That is a really good question.
I'd have to really think.
Oh
about
my
that.
God, I would have to really, really think. Okay, I would say I can remember the last time I was, but I gave myself a talk in my mind. The last time I was embarrassed in that way, and I shouldn't have been, was when it was my very first time playing doubles pickleball with Amy, and we were playing against these like younger kids. No, they were just like like we
Oh, I thought it
came,
was
we
her
were
family.
playing, and there were other people playing. Like a whole group there that was doing like like robin, like rotating through.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Hey, you guys want to get in?" And I felt that wave of like, "Oh my God, nope, I'm not good enough at this. I've never played doubles, never ever. I don't know what I'm doing." And I went from being good to being terrible in 2 seconds because that
It's
thought
not a nice
of,
feeling.
and I had to really like
Yeah.
talk myself through that and recognize that this is just for fun. This is, and I could recognize the protective parts of me that were like needing to announce that this was my first doubles game ever. And I just wanted to, and I was so aware in that moment. And I said to myself, Sarah, who cares if you win or lose this stupid little game? Who cares if you are not good at this?
Well, where do you think that comes from for you?
I think that a lot of things came easy to me when I was younger, and and they and I was rewarded for that. I was praised for that, and that became my currency. That became what was important to me, and it felt like I was doing the right thing when I was good at something. And then it also, like, I was very good in school, did well in, I was a good test taker. And I have a brother who struggled to take tests. So it created this narrative in my family that everything's easy for me and I don't have to try. And Sarah always does well. And it's a struggle for my brother. And that's like, and then now as we've gotten older, so many things are a struggle for me. And I have to recognize that it's okay if I'm not perfect at everything, because and I got a brother who doesn't give himself enough credit for the amazing things that he's done, because he goes in with the, well, I'm probably not going to be good at this kind of, or like they don't want me kind of thing, because I don't test. I'm not a good tester, or whatever, the other side of that. And so I think it was a little bit of that, does that make sense?
Yes.
Does that even answer the question? Where that?
The last time that happened to me was at that karaoke for charity that I did. Yeah. It was over the holidays, and it was just like one problem after the next. Adam was supposed to come and do a Baby It's Cold Outside duet with me.
Yeah.
But then he couldn't come at the last minute, and so I had to find somebody at the venue, just like, hey, can somebody sing this with me? Karaoke. God. And then the soundtrack thingy didn't come up properly. Our mics didn't work.
Oh no!
And it was packed, hundreds of people.
No, Susie, you didn't even share this with us.
Nightmare.
I'm so sorry.
I mean,
how did you ever survive?
Alcohol, but yeah. I mean, but like, what are you gonna do? But it's not what you want. You want to sing and look great and sound great and everyone be like, wow, you're so talented. You should go on The Voice.
Right.
But instead, I came down the steps, and this guy that I had been sitting by, who was like really rooting for me, goes, well, you looked great.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah, but
we got
I'm
that
just saying that those moments can really affect your self-worth.
Yeah.
Your sense of self-worth if you allow them to, but it ain't worth it.
Yeah. And I think we talked to that embarrassed part and manage that. Like if there were another song that came on and you had another opportunity, then maybe you could connect to that part of you that could say, like, not like run off scared and never ever sing karaoke again, but like say, oh, fuck it. Like, who cares? Because
who does? I guarantee you not one person at that event is thinking about it still.
And if they are, then how frickin' powerful and awesome are you that you have invaded other people's thoughts for
that's right,
like a while.
But I'm not. Don't worry.
Right, and we never are.
But it was so fun, and like allow yourself to be embarrassed. It's not the end of the world. We're all fine. We're all bags of bones. Right.
There's and I never remember what it is, but Amy Poehler has some quote where she said something about like you can't be embarrassed if you're the one having the most fun in the room. Like
that's true.
And I don't know if that's exactly it, but it's something like,
it's a good point though.
If you're the one having the most fun, then other people, if they're like, ooh, that's cringe, are secretly just embarrassed that they can't be the ones having the most fun.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why, I like go play at the park with my girlfriends and we be real silly and like, who cares if you know, I can, and at the park, there was this little kid there who definitely was like, what are these ladies doing on the slide? This is not where you're supposed to be sitting on the benches. And yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. Everything's okay.
Everything's
We're all just
okay.
white knuckling it.
Right.
But
Right.
that was good, Sarah. We learned a lot.
Thanks.
I mean,
thanks.
friendship versus community, important distinction.
Yes.
Yoga can be a cult. Just keep your eyes open, everybody.
Totally. Yeah.
Do not put antique weapons in your beehole.
Let's just don't put anything that's not designed to go in a beehole in the beehole.
I think that's a really good
I think
rule
that's
of
a pretty good
buttholes. Yeah.
rule of
Okay.
thumb,
So
which
much
is designed to go in a butthole. So you have that
Good
nice.
to hear.
Yeah.
For that one. Gets me every time. All right, friends. We'll see you next time. Bye.